What do rich authors know that poor authors do not? Hey guys, Jason Wally Waldron, author of 21 Ways to Create a Sales Stampede on the Internet here, and today I'm going to give you a short little presentation on how you can discover the unfair advantage that top authors use every single day to go from obscurity to well-known expert in record time. And here's me recently giving a presentation there with my book 21 Ways to Create a Sales Stampede on the Internet. And it's really amazing what having a book can do to increase your stature in the business world. And prior to having a book, I wasn't an internationally recognized speaker, wasn't an internationally recognized consultant, and the business just wasn't where it was or could be until the book came along. And so not only am I going to show you some really cool things that I've done for customers here today, I'm also just showing you that these are things that I practice and preach in my own business as well. And so why am I sharing these author secrets with you? Well, part of my mission as an entrepreneur is to help other entrepreneurs, and I have a huge belief that if I can help you create whatever you want out of your life and help enough people do that, then I can get whatever I want in my own life. And I think it's just an awesome win-win thing. And what can you do if you have a book and get it out to the right people? You can command higher fees very easily. You can be well known to the buying public, the people who want to buy your stuff. You can make a larger impact. So if you're doing something and you have a big cause behind what you're doing, you can make a much larger impact if you can be a famous author. And once you start doing stuff like that, you can leave a legacy. And so how do you do this? Well, it's all about your platform, and it's all about your back-end sales. And so what I want to do today was, I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'm just going to show you some examples of what it looks like to take your products, take your books, take whatever you're doing and putting out there, and do it so that you can get these higher fees, and so you can be well known to the people who matter, and you can make a larger impact and leave a legacy. So what you see right here are just a bunch of examples of successful websites of authors from folks who I've worked with over the last few years. And you see that, there's everything from Qigong to, people in the pawn industry, people who are just, look like they're on vacation all the time, people who are just writing about girlfriends, and people who are writing about sales. So there's really everything on here, and you can even see, a listing on Amazon there. And once you've done this, and once you get your stuff out there, then you can start to build an email list. You can really build your stature there. What you see right there is you see Kevin Coy. He's building an email list automatically, and he's got all sorts of products and a newsletter, and he's very well known in the space right there. And this website actually helped him siphon off some of National Geographic's traffic when he was on their TV show, and he had this website in place, so it was part of his overall strategy. So he had a newsletter, he had his DVDs, he was an author, he also had this capture form and a capture page, and he had a bunch of search engine optimized posts. And so out of basically nothing but a little bit of grunt work, Kevin has an online business. Now here's Steve Krepnick, totally different situation. He's in the pawn industry, and there he is with his book Pawnonomics, and what he's doing is showing people how the pawn shop industry helps those who can't be helped by the normal banking system and stuff like that. But what this really does is it increases his stature, and it shows that Steve really knows what he's talking about. So when he goes out and he gives other presentations to the National Pawnbrokers Association and places worldwide, people already know who he is, and it's because it's part of his platform. And over time, Steve actually increase this. We actually have a place called startapawnshop.com. You see that over on the right hand side. So he just kept expanding because he first had his book, but then he did a lot of great things with it. It became part of a platform. He's making automated leads come into startapawnshop.com all day long over there on the right hand side, and it all started with a little book and a book website. George over here, George had nothing and became the guilt-free sales success mentor when we built his website for him and started to pick up consulting clients and really increase his stature. Dr. Wu D here, lots of books, lots of great programs out there, but they weren't going into people's hands until we got them out on a website. So you see all these examples and what you can do with all this stuff. Here's a guy, Jay Jensen, who did a quick little landing page for the girlfriend book. But you know what? Now, once in a while, somebody will just pick that up on Amazon, and he's got this extra little feather in his cap. And of course, I told you I'm not just showing you this stuff. I also eat my own dog food and follow these strategies myself, and there's my book on there. So, not going to waste your time. Why would all of these people here say all these great things? All these people have one thing in common, and that is that they're all published authors. They're published authors of books, they're published authors of courses, and they've done one really, really great thing, and that is put it out on a website that allows them to be well known, to command higher fees, and make that larger impact. And so that is why you want to be a well-known author. It's not the book, it's all the great stuff that happens after the book. And the key to making all of that great stuff happen after you have the book or the courses or the products out there, so that you can command those higher fees and be well known and really make that impact and live the legacy, is to have a website platform that is working for you. And right now what we're going to do is, for the first 3 people who sign up, we'll schedule your famous author website strategy session. Just click on the free instant access button below. This is a $497 value, and what I'd actually like to do is learn more about your business and where you're at. Do you have a book? Do you have products? If you don't, that's okay. Talk to me. If you do have these things, but they're not getting out to the right people and they're not allowing you to command those higher fees, and you're not positioned so that you're well known with the buyers, go ahead, click that link, talk to me. There are lots of ways to leverage your knowledge, unlock your value, and unleash it into the marketplace in a way that you've never done before. So go ahead and click the free instant access button below. I will look forward to connecting with you in person very, very soon. Again, that is a $497 value, yours for free, because I am passionate about helping authors become famous authors and getting you out there in such a way that you are truly rewarded for the value that you bring. We'll talk to you real soon.